I'm Christopher Sabatino. Everybody knows me as Doc Sab in the Cadillac world, but I happen to like any classic car that has a fin. And one of my favorite cars of all time is the 1963 T-Bird Roadster. It had a fin. It had the turbines in the back. It has a cockpit that looks very much like a jet or some sort of spacecraft. It encompassed flight, and with the tonneau cover on the back, the only thing the car is missing is wings on the side of the car so that it could fly. So you got what looks like a jet, and that was what they were going after. They called it the bullet nose T-Bird. In 1961 through 63, which had that body style, they did varying changes of basically the same car. However, in 1962 and 1963, they decided to come out with a T-Bird Roadster. My car is an 85, which means it's a convertible. It's a genuine convertible, and they're very valuable. A 1963 T-Bird is special. It's the epitome of the T-Bird. It's the car that most T-Bird guys really like. The 55, 6, and 7s were considered hot cars, but they were too small and they were considered a ladies' car. Ford answered with a car that was a lot more beefy and had a lot more horsepower and a lot more creature comforts. It has all power windows, power driver's seat, as well as a power passenger seat, and that's kind of rare on that car. It also has power door locks, which most cars didn't have, and that car did have. Power steering, power brakes, tilt-away, slide-away steering wheel was very integral. When you parked it, it locked the car in park. The convertible top, which works from a single switch on the side, when functioning correctly, is one hot thing to see. It is something that Ford, in my opinion, was the master of. They made it like a one-touch situation. With this, it hid. You had nothing that showed that the car was a convertible. No vinyl covering, no hard top boot needed, and when they put the top up, it was smooth, effortless, and then you just turn the switches at the top, and the top was locked in place, and you're on your way. With the tonneau cover, it was way ahead of its time in its thinking. Its design was far ahead of its time in terms of its style. It's a fin car. It happens to be the last year fin car of the Fords. The one thing that separates the Roadster from a T-Bird convertible is the fact that this car has skirts. And I always thought that the Roadster edition, which does not come with a skirt, kind of made the car look like it didn't have a fuselage. But with that on the car, the T-Bird has a streamlined look, very smooth from the front wheel directly to the back. It really looks like a jet, minus the wings, like the wings folded up. That car has a beautiful 390 with 300 horsepower motor. From the factory, the chrome motor kit, which was an option and very expensive. The only aberrance to this particular car, the previous owner wanted a 61 grill over the 63 grill and had it sliced and fit perfectly so that it would look absolutely stock. This is the one thing that he did. I had the original grill. I think that the 61 grill was also a lot sexier than the 63 as well. Cars back then mimicked much of aerospace engineering, and it's one of the cars that I've always wanted for when I was a little kid.